Greetings, everybody. This very brief 10-minute yogic meditation is an excellent foundation for a meditation practice. For many of you, it's very light, soft, while challenging enough and invigorating enough to really create a profound balance in the system, in the mind-body system. So we're going to begin with a couple of nice little movements and then move into a meditation. Of course, we're sitting on the chair here. You can put a very light cushion under the chair you're on, but make sure that the chair you're on is a hard surface and that you are sitting with your feet flat and your knees about shoulders length apart, maybe a little wider. To begin, we're going to utilize our just nasal breathing, and we're going to keep that the whole time through. We're going to inhale, take a nice breath into the heart center, bring the hands into prayer, pressing against the sternum, invoking the feeling of gratitude, calling on the higher self, taking that moment to become present, to become eternal. And then putting the hands back down to the knees, taking an inhale and then raising up slowly, allowing the wrists to bend. And then exhaling and painting, opening the palms on the way down. These are full breaths. Inhale again, allowing the wrist to drape. When you get to the top, you open the palms. I know you can't see from the video. And then you pull and comb the energy down. One more time, inhale up. Become aware of your body, become aware of the fields surrounding your body, and comb and clean the auric fields on the way down. This time, bring the hands all the way up above the head. Bring them into prayer position, which is here above the head. And hold them there for a 5 count. Take nice deep breaths and then look up at the hands. Stretching and pushing for that straight spine. And then allow the arms to open as you bring them down into eagle, looking over to the right middle finger. Letting the hands come down and then pulling them up again into eagle, looking over at the left. Feeling that straightness in your posture, that strength in the spine, in the vertebrae. Inhale then again, bringing the hands up. And this time we're going to bring them down and exhale and then twist very slightly, bringing the right hand to the left knee and then resting the left arm on the back of the chair and then turning for a twist. It's a very light twist. And I'd like you to roll the eyes over to the left as far as possible, over your shoulder. And then roll them up as if you're looking up at the sky. Take a couple of nice breaths and then inhale the hands back up. And twist to the other side. Exhale. Roll the eyes behind you to the right. And roll them around. You can roll them a couple of times, eventually looking up into the third eye. You can keep them open or closed. Letting that gentle twist activate the sciatic and the spinal column. Inhale, bring the hands up again one more time. This time we're going to fall forward, and you're not going to be able to see the whole thing, but I'm going to fall forward and allow my palms to hover and touch the top of my feet and just let my back go and let my head drape down naturally, not pulling anything or forcing anything. Just allowing that spine to stretch. And sitting those hands on the top of the feet naturally. When you are ready here, after a couple of breaths, you're going to inhale your way up, unfurl very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, until we rise up to the start position. And you can let the hands kind of drag up the legs until you are back at the position. Good. Now we're going to take, if possible, take the right foot and just sit the ankle up here as if we're crossing our legs and we're interested in something we're seeing. And then get yourself in a position where you could fall forward and just lay there. Lay straight forward. You'll feel the stretch in the glutes. And take a couple of breaths. You could stay here for as long as you want. You're allowing those glute muscles to release any emotions you're holding on to at this point. Release anything you're holding on to and allow those glutes to just open up. Inhale, come back up, and switch. Fall forward on the left. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle and allow yourself to feel those muscles opening up. Breathe through the pose. Breathe into the glutes. Inhale into that muscle and then release anything you're holding on to with the exhale. And slowly rise up when you're finished. We're going to take then both feet and then lift them in the air to try to straighten the legs out and pull the toes towards you if you can. Pull the toes towards you to feel that stretch in the hamstrings. Okay, and hold those legs up for as long as you can. Now you can challenge yourself to 30 seconds or a minute at some point. Okay, when you're finished, bring them down. Okay, very good. That's a great set of morning yogic exercises. And you could finish with a nice 5 or 10 minute meditation. We're diaphragmatically breathing here. That means we are taking the breath from the nose and just bringing it all the way down to the belly, the navel. The diaphragm is that muscle between the chest and the belly that kind of opens up like a bubble as we consciously breathe into that area below the chest. So you want to be breathing more so that the belly is moving and not the chest. You can even breathe down into your kidneys and these lower areas. Remember, the breath is low, the breath is rhythmic, and the breath is silent. So we're keeping that breath very quiet. That's a true diaphragmatic breathing. You really can't even hear your own breath. Maybe you breathe about 5 seconds on each inhale and exhale, maybe about 7. But slow that breath down. Keep that chin parallel to the ground and those shoulders back. But don't hold on to any tension in the muscles of the body. The posture is good and straight, but there are no tense areas of the body. As you breathe, you're releasing any emotions that you're holding on to in the stomach. Anything that you've been thinking about or worrying about, we're just releasing at this point. We're allowing the hands to lay flat on our thighs so that we're grounded. And we are becoming the breath. Everything else we could just observe. We can observe the sounds around us, the wind blowing. We can observe our own thoughts. We can observe how we feel. But we don't need to identify with it. Remember, the mind is always with us, but during meditation, the mind is at a distance. It is the breath that we become. It is the breath of God, the breath of life, our essence that we become aware of. And so slow the breath down and bring it down. Maybe a soft, subtle smile comes to the face. You can bring the tongue so that it sits gently up on the palate, the roof of the mouth, to stimulate the pituitary gland. And allow the breath to travel to any area of the body that needs balance. Or if you feel like it, just allow the breath to gain that rhythm of up and down. The coolness of the air on the inhale, the warmth of the air on the exhale. This is all we need to paint our reality with. Nothing is more important than this moment. Nothing is more important than the air that we breathe. Nothing is more important than becoming aware of all of it. Ashe Namaste. Enjoy your meditation today.